testing 1 2 3. Remote audio testing 1 2 3.
And I've been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chilling, kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you
Testing 1 2 3. Testing the remote audio testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I don't need to.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing remote connection.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5 o'clock. and welcome to the rescheduled board meeting, regular board meeting from 3/24/2022. Today's date is 3/29/2022. A1, Ms. Burgos.
Trustees present this evening are Trustee Romero, Trustee Magallanes, Trustee Alvarado, and Trustee Lorenzo Calderon Jr., with Trustee Ciro Calderon absent. You have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Burgos. A2, Pledge of Allegiance. Amy, can you lead us, please? Stand up, please. Thank you, Amy. B, presentations. We don't have any presentations as our students did not make it to tonight's meeting. So we're going to go to C, public comments. And the first one is Janice. Janice.
Hi, I'm Janice and I'm a 5th grade student at Jefferson Elementary. At the beginning of the school year, I was excited to finally go back to normal and to be able to see my friends and teachers again. After spending an entire school year at home, I couldn't wait for things to be like they used to be. Instead, I have seen my teachers sad and frustrated. At first, I didn't know why, but then I learned that it was because they weren't being treated right. My teachers have always taught me that if someone doesn't treat me right, I should stand up for myself. They have taught me to stand up for what I believe in. Since they have always stood up for me, I'm standing up for them. I have been wearing t-shirts and I have made to support them. I'm wearing one of those t-shirts today. I have brought a t-shirt for all of you, and I hope that you can wear it today for me and my teachers too. Thank you, teachers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next speaker, Mia Gamboa. Mia Gamboa.
I am Mia Gamboa. I'm a 10th grader at Calexico High School. I'm here to show my support to ACT and ask you to please do what is right. You can't put students first if you are putting our teachers last. Stop talking about what you need to do and start making it right. Cito, he's not here, but I remember the last board meeting, kept on making all these promises but didn't do anything. I would like to share a quote from our hero, a person who truly believed in unions and the people, Cesar Chavez. True wealth is not measured in money or status or power. It is measured in the legacy we leave behind for those we love and those we inspire. My question to you is this the legacy you want to leave behind? I would also like to add in, there are some amazing teachers out there that is not doing like little after-school tutorings or whatever. I know there's a lot of students that are failing, okay? I average grades, but it could do better if my teachers could actually tutor. And I know there are a lot of students out there that will really need it. I know Mr. Verano, he's somewhere here tonight. He's an amazing teacher that deserves a raise, okay? And the gas prices, you've seen the gas prices, okay? We all know it's going to go up. There's a war coming, okay? Everything's going to start going up, and it will be nice to have some more money for the teachers. Thank you very much.
Next speaker, Rosa San Diego. Thank you.
Buenas tardes. Soy Rosa Sándigo, maestra de español en Calexico High School, y solo le traigo las voces de varios maestros frustrados. No se le olvide el volumen, por favor. No, tengo el... The sound is not working, and lo único que le pregunté a los maestros, si tenés 30 segundos para darle un mensaje a la junta directiva, ¿qué le dirías? Y eso es lo que ellos dicen.
Ultimately,
No,
our
por favor.
community
Can
deserves
you go back? Can you go back, please?
I'm here
No, can
pleading
you-
with all board members so we can stop this battle.
For the future generation, and I hope you are too. God bless you.
Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Acuna. I'm out here at the high school, world history teacher. And I just wanted to say that teachers deserve better. Not just the teachers, students deserve better. And ultimately, our community deserves better.
I'm here pleading with all board members so we can stop this battle. It's our students, the only ones who are paying the consequences. We need to settle our contract for our students' best interest. Please act now and make a difference for our district.
I'm asking you to please negotiate with us in good faith. We're here to work with you. We're here to work with you in good faith. I think that being here a long time, we need you to honor our requests because we deserve everything that we have asked for.
My name is Jesus Vargas, and I've taught at Calexico High School for 25 years. My message to the board is that it's time to fix this. I've never felt as disrespected or disappointed by my board. You claim there's no money. I believe that it's a matter of distribution of funds, how you want to spend that money. I know you want to do the right thing. Let's avoid a strike. Thank you.
Gonzalez from Dianza, CHS 9. I've been in the school district for 35 years as a teacher. Never seen the disrespect from the school district administration and the school board as much as it has been in the last few years. All we want is equal pay, just like the Brawley school districts and the central school districts. That's all we're asking. For equal benefits, equal pay, and we just don't see that. I don't know why the stalling, the delaying, and everything.
Enough is enough. Respect your teachers. Respect is not negotiable.
That I'm not there in person to tell you this, but here's the video. I cannot believe that you do not care. I really cannot believe that you're ignoring what your teaching staff and your community is telling you. You are from this community of Calexico. Did you not go to Calexico schools? Did you not grow up in this community? Do you not care about the children of every household in Calexico? So if you do, then let's settle this contract now.
Muchas gracias.
Next speaker is Naomi Hinojos.
Good afternoon. I'm Naomi Hinojos, and I'm a 12th grade student from Calexico High School. I don't find it fair that teachers can't get paid enough. For example, I have my SB teacher who's there until 9 p.m. and he can't get paid enough, although he does all these activities for students. There's teachers who want to do after-school tutoring, but they're not getting paid to do that, and it's not fair. It's not fair that you guys can put in the funds to expand school classrooms, to make the district office look better, but you can't pay your students. You can't pay your teachers. You know,
I find that very unfair, and kids are losing the quality of education, and it's not fair. At least to me, it's not fair that you guys can't pay the teachers. You can't make it enough for them to afford buying supplies, or for them to be able to be there in after-school activities. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker is Bob Nelson.
I'm Bob Nelson, taught here in Calexico for 22 years, teacher at Mains. I put together a little timeline, and that timeline is endless since we've been without a contract for 5 years. But I'll start with the new year, beginning of February. We had our third impasse, February 4th. ACT at that point decided to go to fact-finding. February 10th, CUSD asked to meet to negotiate once again. So we did. February 11th, it continued with negotiations, and you actually offered, for the first time, 20%. But there were still other matters that still were in disagreement, so we said no. February 18th, you met again with Carlos, where the percentage increased to 22.5. And still, there was no agreement in the language. By March 9th, ACT had informed our union that the dates for fact-finding were submitted for late March or early April. So clearly, we have been ready to roll with fact-finding for some time. However, March 21st, we come to learn from CTA that CUSD still had not submitted dates for fact-finding. This is over 1 month after ACT decided to make the move on fact-finding. This is also something that this also tells us, as a union, that you have just tried to find ways to delay, drag it out, hoping it'll be too late that we'll never be able to strike. And I'll tell you what, you're sure not preventing us from taking that step if necessary. We have also learned, after last week's board meeting was postponed, that you finally did submit dates for May. In my opinion, that's too long. What is the deal here? Top all of that off with the agenda that's on now. We learned we learned last week that you put in a resolution to declare the district's membership in CISC 3. It appears to be a vote to approve a move for all district employees' health benefits to CISC. So it made me wonder, and that if ACT was included. So I emailed a board member and asked for clarification to see if it was meant only for CSEA, since there was a settlement on their behalf, or if it also included ACT. I never got a response. That told me a lot in itself. No response, no communication. Yeah, no surprise, really. So our current health benefits are to continue into the upcoming year if we do not have a settlement with CUSD before your insurance contract window closes with Anthem Blue Cross. So here's a question for you. Has ACT, because I'm not on the negotiating team here, has ACT agreed to make changes to our health benefits? Can you answer yes or no? Have we? Loud and clear, you got the answer from ACT. So if your plan is to include ACT in this resolution, then I say we strike tomorrow. That's my opinion. I know we have to vote on it and everything else, but that's my opinion about this whole matter. You clearly have not shown respect to our or support for our teachers, and you do not listen to what they want. 5 years now without a contract, and still you think that you can do what you want with ACT. No way in hell. Stop your delay tactics. Exclude ACT from your insurance resolution because we didn't vote for it. Give us our settlement. In fact, we should now push for 32% due to the current cost of living expenses. Get serious about this matter.
Thank you. Next speaker, Jesus Nunez.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jesus Nunez. Live here in Calexico, registered voter here in Calexico as well. So I'm a teacher at Calexico High School, and I've been working for this district for 20 years now. I'm here to discuss the idea of eliminating the option to provide separate insurance coverage to spouses with, who both happen to work within Calexico Unified. I am one of those employees, and there's many other teachers that are on the same boat as me, in which our spouses work also for the district. And it seems as if this group of employees has been targeted for savings. Why is it that only one employee will be given the option to insure our family and the other working spouse will be forced to be a part of the other group plan? It is as if we are being penalized for working for the same district. The proposed transition to CISC will be providing savings as it has been pointed out many times. Why are you also going after married couples for additional savings? It feels almost as if married people or married couples are being discriminated for being married. Will you be going after cohabiting couples, or is it just married ones? Both myself and my wife work hard in each deserve the option of separate coverage for our family. Will the cost savings be paid to the spouse who will be excluded from having their own health plan, or will this cost savings go towards paying the yearly premiums for the spouse who will be insuring the family? I would like to remind you that actions like this are what make once happy employees into discontent employees who lose trust and enthusiasm. 20 years ago, I was given the opportunity to work here at the same time and receive an offer. At the same time, I received an offer from other districts as well. I chose Calexico. Through my career here in Calexico for 20 years, almost every other year I get other offers from other districts, and I always decide to stay here. This is the first year I completely regret that decision. Please make it right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nunez. Next speaker, Xavier Rodriguez.
Good afternoon, everyone. Javier Rodriguez, ACT President. It feels like just yesterday we were on the right path to finally resolving a pretty significant issue that has lingered above the heads of so many that are here today. Somewhere along the way, you decided to go off that path. The issues remain the same, but we are now farther along into fact-finding. ACT has already begun preparing for fact-finding and has submitted requests for the information that we need. What could follow, we already know, as has been seen through our other districts throughout the state. In case you're not aware, one district just completed an 8-day strike in Northern California, and in Sacramento, they're currently in the process of striking as well. For some reason, it seems as though you felt it was more valuable to listen to a lawyer than to the people who care most about these students and this community. Many feel as though when they come up and speak, no one is actually listening. So we decided to offer feedback in written form. What you will find in the envelopes that are making their way up here right now is the feedback that we hope you will take to heart and not ignore. This is how the adults feel about how you have represented us and of how you have failed to advocate not just for us, but more importantly, for these students. One of the words a consulting firm used to describe the superintendent they hope to recruit is strong. We hope for that too, but probably not the type of strength that you're thinking about. Oftentimes, people interpret strength in the way a hammer is strong. The problem with that is if you spend all day feeling like a hammer, eventually you start looking for nails to strike. We are not nails, but that is how you make us feel. During the last board meeting, Ms. Magallanes stated how she felt that you, superintendent, could be a hero. I get it. A hero has strength, but not just the strength to pummel those it feels are its adversaries. A hero has the strength to do what is right and to fight for those that have given them their hope and trust. When you were voted in, we gave you our hope and trust, but you did not fight for us. But no worry, there are heroes everywhere in this room. And you could be too, if you choose to be. You can be the hero that you're looking for. But it's going to take strength, and that type of strength requires that you look deep inside and ask yourself if what you are doing is what you promised the community that you would do. Make it right. Find that strength. Be the hero. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Next speaker, Melissa Gamboa.
Hi, I'm Melissa Gamboa. I'm a teacher at this district for 16 years. So that means that I will not get a salary increase either way until my 20th year. But I do want to mention a couple of things because we're teachers, counselors, and psychologists, and these meetings and all this that we have to plan for and get ourselves together for takes a toll on our health. There are so many things that we could be doing right now, like planning, getting ready for open house, checking our mental health, exercising, listening to music, watching TV, spending time with our family. I have to bring my kids here because this is our gathering. This is how we get together now. My whole family is here. I could also be getting the much needed rest we need. Not getting gas because we can't afford it anymore. But I started to think, and I talked to a lot of our colleagues, and I start to think that maybe if I didn't work at this district, I wouldn't get as many headaches, migraines, anxiety, or even have stomach issues because this district brings me so much stress. To constantly be worried about the dirty tricks that you're gonna play and the nonsense of the words that you will tell us that yes, we need to make it right, we need a hero. It causes us stress. But yet, you're the one that's trying to cap our benefits during one of the toughest years, actually 2 toughest years. Not only have we been dealing with the pandemic, but we've been dealing with you. CUSD is bad for my health. And yet you are trying to cap our health benefits, and you're the one bringing us health issues. Don't hold my future benefits hostage. Okay, you can't tell me, oh, you're going to get your salary increase for 2017, 18, 19, 20, 20. I can't even think anymore. And then say, okay, we're going to give you something, but you are accepting future cap? That is wrong. That is not negotiating in good faith. You're holding my benefits hostage. Do the right thing, settle those years, and then later on, maybe later, yes, we'll talk about it. But that is wrong what you're doing. We are tired, very tired. And I'll say, Ms. Magallanes, I heard you. We need a hero. We don't need a hero. We need good people with good hearts, with good intentions, and people that can put their egos to the side and do what's right for this community. And from what we have learned, you are not the people. You are not the ones that are going to fix it. So, like I said before, you all all of you need to get out.
Marisela Garcia. Marisela Garcia.
And for the record,
Just for the record,
Trustee,
Mr.
yeah.
Ciro Calderon has just arrived, 5:26.
Good afternoon. My name is Marisela Garcia. I've been teaching for 27 years and going my 28th. After our last board meeting, I sat and analyzed the why. Why did the actions were taken in such a way? Why didn't we have the meeting here at Cesar Chavez? All through the pandemic, our district made changes and teachers moved to the changes. If you told us we need to do this, we did it. We need to move to this type of teaching online, we did it. You need to learn this, teachers did it. And during this pandemic, you also moved board meetings to this area because of our distance from each other, healthy distance. What we did, knowing, now I kept on thinking why did you do it in such a manner? And I'm thinking that it was premeditated because you already knew that you were gonna have teachers showing up. And how do I know that you knew? Because the last time that we had the fire marshal show up was when we had the same type of meetings years ago. And those fire marshals were there ahead of time. We had sheriffs in the highway, and we had security officers telling teachers, you cannot come in. You cannot come in because we're going to meet capacity or fill capacity. So to me, that's premeditation. You were trying to not be transparent with people, not letting them voice their opinion or tell you how they feel or how they see things or any ideas. And that is wrong. Because at the end, I saw those high school soccer players and all those athletes coming down through the pathway. And as they were coming down, I genuinely went ahead and clapped for them, and I said, congratulations, way to go. You were working hard. And there was a board member who passed by and said, I'm sorry. If people were really sorry about this, just like you planned for this pandemic and having our meetings here, you should have planned for this and to have them presented here where there was space and they could be acknowledged. It was premeditated. We care. I know that was a comment that was said, sorry for what happened, but we do care. We care because we have done so many things before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and even now. There are teachers still working now at certain hours. They are going above and beyond. Many of our kids are being told, we are not going to have this because teachers can't do it. We're not going to have prom because teachers can't do it. We are not having this. Well, that wasn't part of our deal when we signed the contract, but we still have done it all of these years. And I bet you if you would have settled with us a long time ago, these kids wouldn't be going through that stress. We depend on you. And all I see is that you, with your actions, you didn't even say anything, but just with your actions, you're trying to show the community that we are a bunch of selfish people, that we don't care. But you're wrong. We do care because we are here. That's what I have to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Pat Bristol. Pat Bristol.
Hello, good evening, board members and teachers and all parents and staff. I'm standing here, my name is Pat Bristow, and I'm one of the negotiators for Classified CSEA Chapter 399. The reason that I'm standing here today is because we've been not miscommunication from the district. The TA was ratified for Classified Chapter 399 back in March 2022. Now we're being told that it has not been approved by ICOE. We need to find out why it was not approved, because we have been negotiated in good faith all this time. We're not playing games. Daniela, our LRR from San Diego Regional, office reached out to Dr. Thurman, HR, to ask him for the status of the TA. He said that it had not been approved by ICOE. You see, if it wasn't approved, then we should have gotten a letter. Like I have here in my hands right now, standing here, 2019, and I can give you a copy that our contract was approved by ICOE, and it was signed by Ms. Norma Fajardo, Senior Director, Executive Business, and it says that it was directed to the governing board and the superintendent of Mr. Carlos R. Gonzalez. It said that this agreement was approved because the district could meet the cost of this agreement. This was back in 2019, the last time that we settled. I have a copy here for all of you, but my question now today is, why is Dr. Thurman saying that the contract was not approved? Why is the district have not called us in the leadership to give us an official date that the tentative agreement was ratified and it was approved, and we did it in good faith by the district and by classified employees, Chapter 399. I stand here because I want to request a letter from the district, from ICOE, telling us where the tentative agreement was not approved. If it was denied or it was approved. I'm giving you until tomorrow afternoon because we have a chapter meeting for our classified members and they want answers. They want their money, they want the retro, and we don't have any answers. I also am here in behalf of supporting the teachers. I know that it's been a rough path, and we know that it's not easy for anybody. Everybody, like a teacher mentioned, health issues. We're not with our families. Well, I just want to let you know that I've been here serving for 40 years. I've never been sick. And as last 2 weeks, now I have a heart condition. Of all the stress that I got in negotiating for 8 years, never have I been sick. So I'm just letting you know, please look at that TA. Please, board members, ask the district, where's the TA? Where's the letter? Please pay classified.
Thank you, Ms. Bristow. Next speaker is Marcos Dalian Castillo. Marcos Castillo.
Good evening, school board, ACT, students, and members of the public. My name is Marcos Dylan Castillo, and I currently serve as one of the Calexico's planning commissioners, and I'm also one of the co-organizers for the local group, Calexico Needs Change. I understand the position you are in. It is difficult, but from my perspective, it seems like an easy fix. So while I am here in support of the ACT and our students, I am also here to ask for transparency and for reasoning. I'm trying to ask for understanding. I want to comprehend what the issue is and what you're trying to do to fix it. We take public office because we want to represent our community. Our jobs foremost is always to make sure that the public's interest is the focus. Here's what I do know about the situation. The school board has $38 million in reserves. It would cost approximately $6 million in order for the raises to be given to the teachers. The lawyer fees specifically for negotiating brought in a person from San Diego to negotiate on your behalf, and that has cost about $11 million. That is nearly 2 times the amount needed to give them the raise that they need. The school board also, from my understanding, negotiates through the lawyer. You guys refuse to meet with the school board member or with the ACT or with anyone else. So one of my things is, what are we doing with the money? What you don't have to do what I'm asking you to do, but I am asking for you to explain what your plan is. What is in Calexico's interest for you to hold and essentially kind of sabotage this process? Some things I would like to emphasize or highlight are just that teachers are not just educators, but they're also caretakers. They take care of our students, they take care of the children's. And that was before COVID, and even post-COVID, they've decided to take on that endeavor. They, from my understanding, have played ball or were in agreement with you guys during the COVID school year, and look where it's gotten them. I hope that this will end amicably and in favor of the ACT and students, and if not, we'll remember. We will run for your seat. I will do everything I can to empower anyone who is looking to serve the best interests of Calexico. I understand the difficulty here today, and I just ask that you guys open your eyes, open those ears, and look at the people who are your constituents. Look at the people who you are here to serve. It would be a disgrace for this to end in a strike. The children ultimately, and the students, are the ones that are going to be the victims of this whole thing. So all of you, as previous students, all of you as caretakers, as members of family, as a community, I urge you to please end this soon and vote in favor of the ACT and for students. Thank you.
Next speaker is Kim Young. Kim Young? Kim Young? Kim, Mr. Kim.
Good evening, board members and the citizens, especially our best teachers. Last was Thursday meeting. I was in the hallway at the school district, and I remember when I running for the school board. They use the same tactic. They using the school district building, so much people. So, but at least they moved Cesar Chavez. And last meeting, as a Thursday, and school board tried to deny to move for the people. And that it shows one of them. And today, I'm gonna focusing more than my opinion. I'm gonna focusing number, so you guys cannot deny. And when I elected, one of my friends told me, Kim, follow the money. Following the money, if there is their love, there is the intention. Okay? I give this number to Lorenzo Calderon, president with the board member, Enrique Alvarado, Ciro Calderon, Margarita Magallanes, Richard Romero. So I'm giving this number. I'm not making. I'm just pick up the number from your interim budget. Okay. School district this year, which is 21-22 budget, they originally budgeted total $185 million. So which is 3 times than when I was a school board member. And they spending the 35 teacher salary. They originally administration put on $50 million for the teacher salaries. But you, mostly board members here today, all of them, they accepting $44 million, which is they cut the $6 million. So they want to spend less money with the classroom, with the students and teachers. And the projected spending for the teacher salary, $44 million. So which is still $6 million have less than the district administration recommended it. Okay, certificate supervisor, they are approved, they are budgeting for original recommendation was $4.4 million. Board wants to spend $4.6 million. They want to spend more money on the administration, and then they are $4.6 million they're going to be, so they are increasing the salaries on the spending on the administration.
Mr. Kim, can
Yes,
you wrap it up,
I'm
please?
gonna find number. Okay, same time, lawyer consulting, they are submitted $6.7 million for the budget, and then board approved it $12.5 million to spending. They want to increase it from the 6.7 to $12.5 million. They're going to spending $13 million this year. So they took $6.7 million from the teacher salaries, and to the lawyer, $6.3 million more.
Thank you, Mr. Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker is Raul Ureña.
Hola, muy buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon, everyone. I felt the need to come here with a little bit more of a peaceful message because I know everybody in this room, I know the school board members, I know the teachers, pero es difícil decir que los quiero cuando están usando las mismas tácticas que yo cuando tenía 12 años con esta misma unión de seguro, el mismo contrato, estaban usando. Primero que nada es un milagro que estoy aquí hablando, porque todavía, ¿se acuerdan, niños? Cuando les pedimos cambiar la regla de los 30 minutos, se hicieron los inocentes, ni la pusieron en la agenda. ¿Cómo quieren que sean felices? ¿Cómo quieren negociar si están quemando puentes y callando a gente? Me da vergüenza ver a mi departamento de bomberos aquí. Tenemos como 3 bomberos, no les pagamos suficiente. Tenemos como 2 policías. Yo, créanme, conozco qué gobierno. Tenemos tan limitados recursos y me da vergüenza ver que el administrador de la ciudad esté mandando aquí el departamento de bomberos y antes el departamento de policía para venir a callar la gente porque un distrito escolar no sabe lidiar democráticamente con las personas que representa. Eso no está bien. Entonces, muy tranquilamente, la negociación es algo acá bien grande, que tiene muchas partes, que la aseguranza, que esto y el otro, pero hay unas cositas democráticas que son decisiones fundamentales. La primera es dejar a la gente hablar y antes de eso, dejar a la gente entrar al edificio. O sea, no nos hagamos que, tenemos que hacerlo así, porque eso siempre dice, todo mal gobernante dice, no, pues mi superintendente, mi administrador, las 5 gentes que se sientan aquí hacen las reglas. Bien le dijeron los niños, ustedes, no me acuerdo quién es el presidente ahorita, el presidente, si para la próxima junta quiere cambiar la regla de los 30 minutos y dejar que suceda la democracia, lo puede hacer, porque él es el que manda. Para eso quiso estar ahí, quiero ver las acciones. Entonces, les digo de nuevo, y discúlpenme que he estado bien ocupado, pero si no veo ese cambio de regla de los 30 minutos, créanme que voy a estar bien decepcionado y esta vez no me voy a quedar callado. Porque para eso no fuimos electos, para dejarnos llevar por nuestro administrador. Nos fuimos electos para mandar, para dar propuestas. Han habido muchas cosas quebradas con este distrito que han llevado a la situación que a lo mejor nos sentimos que no podemos pagarle a los profesores. Pero en lugar de sentirse encajonados, hay que lidiar con esos problemas. Y discúlpame que no dije, yo tengo una discapacidad, me toca 1 minuto y medio además de lo que está ahí. Gracias a Dios.
Mr. Ureña, gracias.
Sí, tengo una discapacidad, tengo el derecho a 1 minuto y medio adicional. Sí.
Amy, no? I'm sorry,
excuse
we
me,
can't accommodate
miss,
you.
I have a disability. I have a.
I understood.
We've been through this.
There's no provision in the Brown Act regarding public comment. Other accommodations could be made, such as you making notes or.
It's I'm sorry, pero it's really funny. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm a council
Ureña.
member in this city. I have a disability and I can't.
Mr. Ureña.
You can gavel.
Mr.
Me
Ureña.
voy a ir
Mr. Ureña.
porque me voy a enojar.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you, Mr.
Tú
Ureña.
mandas
Mr.
aquí. Si tú me
Ureña,
dejas hablar,
thank you
yo
very
puedo
much.
hablar. Quiero aquí hacer paz. Quiero venir aquí a hacer
Thank
paz y
you,
va a dejar
Mr.
que me
Ureña.
calle esta señora. Y luego pagando seguridad privada ya. No, hombre. Por eso es tan mal. Dios santo.
Our last speaker is Mr. Slater. Mr. Slater.
excuse me. Will Slater representing, I guess, the public at this time. You know, we go back on this. This isn't the first time I've spoken at these meetings. And when we first started off talking about these things, you know, you guys, meaning the board, you had ways of doing things. Stalling. You've been going along for 5-6 years now. You've been lying to us, straight up. And we have new board members, or we've had other board members that come on. And I'm gonna say from what I saw at the last board meeting, is we have people here that have an alternative agenda. Okay, one is we have some of our board members are new. They're looking here to go along with what's going on here. They really don't have a say. They look to other board members that are leadership, and that leadership has gone awry. And that leadership went awry when asked about whose idea was it to move. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Nope, wasn't me. And one stands up and goes, I did it. That person has to go. That person is a cancer to this board. And I'm gonna tell you that it needs to happen because people are looking for leadership here. Some of you guys, I've talked with your wives, your daughters. Some of you are new. Some of you I've talked with other things in client. I don't see some of that as being a problem. But leadership on this board is wrong right now. It's wrong. You guys, I told you in the beginning, the leadership is coming from the attorneys. It's not coming from the board. It's coming from the attorneys. They've always done this, and you can tell by the way they're playing this game. They're stalling, they're stalling, they're stalling. They want us to get through this and get into summer and not settle this. Okay? We cannot let that happen. I want to know, what I want to know though, where are the parents? Where are the parents? If I had to deal with this, I'd be up in arms. It's time to get rid of the cancers in this district. And that's what this is. Calexico, we're not asking for all that. We want to be the same. We want our children to have the same opportunity as other districts. These guys want to crush that. They want to make it so we can't get good qualified teachers. They have their own agendas. I want to know how much this attorney is going to make off of this deal by stalling this out this long. That attorney needs to go also. She is not representing Calexico's interests. She's representing money interests. And just like the attitude, the Brown Act, that's what attorneys do. They pull up this gobbledygook language that they mix and they match, and they try to confuse the issues, and you don't know what comes down. The right thing to make Calexico competitive with the rest of this valley. And we're not right now. And that is why we need parents to start speaking up on this, because their kids are the ones that are going to suffer in here. Okay? So on that, well, I got other things to say too. It just, yeah, I need a drink. of water. I know. I can't believe after 30 years of serving this district, I didn't come out with a drinking problem. Because I will tell you, every time we've gone to negotiations, every time.
Mr. Slater, thank you.
The board members and administrators in this district lie. They lie and misrepresent data. And the longer they stall, that attorney, the money she makes is going to be minuscule to what she costs this district in our salaries.
Thank you, Mr. Slater. Thank you.
It's got to go. You need to go, Lencho.
Thank you.
You need to go.
Thank you.
There's going to be a time. We're not going to stand for this any longer.
Thank you. Mr. De Dios. De Dios. De Dios. Last speaker.
I wasn't gonna come on and speak, but while we were sitting down, we noticed something. So this is gonna be really quick. I'm gonna show it to the audience. Since this is a public space, we are allowed to take pictures of what's going on in the board and what's happening here. First of all, we caught our precious lawyer, the district's precious lawyer, an action on her phone while we were speaking for a whole minute. And right when one of the people who's who's an advocate comes and talks, that's when she decides to strike. Now, she's not the only one. Actually, Margarita was also on her phone. We saw you. We didn't take a picture of you, but I can tell you 5 of us students saw us, and we are waiting for you to use your phone again so we can take a picture. But this is a public space. We can actually use cameras. I hope the lawyer can correct me because she seems like she knows everything right now. But yeah, I just really quick just wanted to show you that that's what you're using. And it's just another evidence that the board is just using us as using the lawyer to pretty much shut the teachers up. That's the truth, and thank you.
Thank you. D, announcement to convene into closed session. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.